Assalamu alaikum. Dr. Shabir Ali and Dr. Safi Ali, Canadians both, I was sharing their thesis about Tablighi Jamaat. And there were plenty of the praises from the mouth of both of these, Dr. Shabir Ali, and also he told certain, he was asked that what are the faults, what are the shortcomings of Tablighi Jamaat. He replied that these actually, they don't include women. There is a very, very, very little role of the women as far this Tabligh activity is concerned. And then he said that sometimes these people leave their homes without providing enough expenses to their wives, and so they feel difficulties in some of the cases, so that is not something healthy at all. Plus, as far certain other Muslim scholars are concerned, they are of the view that these Tablighi people, they are, some even very zaif, weak ahadith, weak prophetic saying. Even some of the people say that fake prophetic saying are seen, being spreading, and instead of reading, understanding the Quran, they have developed their own nisab, like Fazail Amal and Fazail Sadaqat. So these things. So this is actually not right. The either it should be very authentic, very verified ahadith, prophetic sayings, or even more importantly, they should be focusing their work of dawah on Quran, understanding the Quran well, and then trying to trying to teach it to other people who want to know that. And also another, some of the people are found saying that there is no this is not the sunnah way of doing the things, and that is some of the people are seen asking that there is no such proof that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the companions of Prophet, if at all they have done any activity like this one. Rather, they were calling the people toward Islam by sharing the ayat Quran, by verses of Quran, and that is how they try to preach Islam. So these are the kind of objections, and plus, as for my opinion is concerned, I'm a layman, I'm a commoner, I'm a layman, I'm not a scholar at all. Indeed, that they should remove all those things. They should remove all those things, with all those prophetic sayings which are written there in their nasab and which are not so authentic, not so verified. They shift their focus to Quran instead of the stories of the companions. They should shift their method of method of dawa work, method of preaching toward sharing the verses of Quran with the people, because obviously Quran is the most powerful all, and instead of just doing the storytelling, it is far better if at all Quran is taught to the people, and Quran is made the basis of sharing Islamic knowledge, and that is a very very primary and very basic knowledge. And indeed, I have noticed, I am of the view that Tablighi people sometimes they don't give enough money to their wives before leaving their houses for the sake of dawah, and their families, their children, their wives have to suffer in their absence. The strange thing is that all these people are not receiving aid from anyone else. Those who are on the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they have spent, say, a year or 7 months or 4 months, they spend all of their money from their own pocket, and they sleep in the masjid, they sleep together, and they cook together. They buy the raw food from the grocery shop, they bring it at the masjid, and then they cook it. Either there are a certain very few of the masajid are having the kitchen, otherwise they just put it, they are carrying they are carrying the stove along with them, and the containers as well. They carry the containers, they carry the stove, and then they cook it. Then they two of the people are uh, two of the people are asked to go to the market to buy the grocery, to cook it, to serve it, to wash the containers. And these two people keep changing, not the same two people every day. Rather, these two people keep changing. And then, for a very little amount of time, they go out to the masjid and they talk to the people. The people, they knock the doors of the people, and then they speak to them that we are here for this purpose, and it is in our own best interest, and it is the for the success of both of the worlds, this life and the life hereafter, if at all we are following the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. I think that they are working in the sunnah. So there are certain, obviously, but as far as the efficacy, the results of their work are concerned, I think, though primarily this Jamaah is primarily based in the three countries, India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, but it has spread. Its work has spread over over 150 countries in the world. This actually means, if at all there are remaining 70 or so countries, those countries too will be having the regular Maracas centers of centers of Tableegh. So in that context, it is really great. I think that they are the biggest platform of the Dawa. So it is really important, and that we should understand what the people are up to, what they want to do, and how can we, if at all they are doing the good thing, as per my opinion. But I'm a layman. As for the opinion of Dr. Shabir Ali and Dr. Safi Ali are concerned, I think they agree with most of the thing being done by these Tabligh Jamaat people, and the biggest of their congregations, Ijtama, are held in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and maybe big number of people, without exaggeration, hundreds of thousands of people do participate in that congregation. They are the most peaceful, and the most organized, religious party ever, and they are primarily working on tazkiyah. Tazkiyah mean cleansing of the mind and heart of the bad, and that is, they are trying to put the fear of the day of judgment into the minds and the hearts of the people, so that the people could, they themselves as well as the people could, try to reform that, themselves as a whole, as a whole, as a whole. It is, I think, what they are doing is great. I'm deeply impressed. I think that we should be cooperate with them, because they are really making great sacrifices. Their sacrifices are innumerable, and without any sort of worldly benefit in it at all. They are not doing it to please anyone else at all, but to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they are not seeking any worldly benefit, any material benefit out of this great and big sacrifices. I think that is something indeed which I am highly impressed. And for that reason, although it is not perfect, obviously no one else could be perfect at all, and obviously no prophet, and no prophet is leading them. Rather, it is the humans of 21st century. Rather, those who people are doing and managing it. So for that reason, I think that their good is dominating whatever, if at all there are certain mistakes and errors. Obviously, I don't mean that they don't need to reform it. They should reform it, but I think whatever they are doing must be acknowledged, and they must be supported. Thank you.